If you became king at 20 years old by possibly assassinating your own father, what would you do? If you said become a raging alcoholic, burn down your own cities, murder your own best friend, and throw drinking parties that literally killed dozens of men, you might be a lot like Alexander the Great. Alexander, before he was the Great, this was when he was Alexander the OK, was born in 356 BC in Macedonia to his father, King Philip. His alcohol-fueled antics started before he was king. When he was just a teenager, his dad was throwing a party to celebrate his own marriage. Now, there was some tension at this party because basically, Alexander was worried that his dad was gonna like his new children with this new woman more than he liked him, and that he was gonna get passed up for king. So our boy Alex makes a comment to his dad. Alexander tells his dad that when his real mom remarries, he'll be sure to invite him to the wedding, which at this time in Macedonia was a huge insult. Ex-wives of kings did not remarry. The kings could remarry, the wives could not. Surprisingly, Alex's dad let this go, but Alex can't help himself. The uncle of the bride, Atlas, later in the night makes a comment to King Philip about how this time around he can have some full Macedonian children. Alex was only half Macedonian. Alex, loaded up on anger and wine, throws a cup at this dude's head, and the king gets up from his chair, draws his sword, and starts heading towards Alex. But King Philip, who by accounts drank more than anyone that night, falls over in a drunken stupor and doesn't make it. Alex keeps pressing. He says, "Look, the man who wants to cross the Asian border and conquer it can't even cross the room." At this point, Alex realized he went too far. Alex knew it was pretty likely that when he woke up the next morning, he was going to be executed by his dad for his comments that night. So Alexander packs up his things and he exiles himself for 6 months. He returns back after those months and makes up with his father. Coincidentally and suspiciously, right around that time, his father is assassinated. A lot of people suspect that Alex had something to do with it, but it was never proven. Alexander takes the throne. And what's the first thing Alexander does when he gets in power? Murders Atlas, the bride's uncle who was talking at the party. Do you think once Alexander gained the throne, he A, toned down the drinking and locked in on defending his kingdom, or B, drank copious amounts of more wine and mercilessly killed as he pursued his way to the ends of the world? If you chose B, congratulations, you're thinking like an emperor now. After a ton of successful military operations in a row, which with how much wine the entire army drank, it's actually insane how effective they were. After a ton of these operations conquering Persia, they reach one of Persia's main cities, Persepolis, and take it over. Calls for a celebration, right? How do you think they celebrated? That's right, a wine drinking party. At some point, some drunk Athenian, meaning a person from Athens, says, "Hey, let's start lighting some shit on fire. These Persians burned down our Acropolis in Athens. This was 150 years ago, mind you. So let's get our revenge." A very drunk Alexander agrees, and all these wild men and whatever women they had with them light torches and start mobbing through the city, burning down buildings. Alexander wakes up, hungover as hell in a burned down city, looks around and realizes, damn, I already took over this city. This was mine. And he just burned down his own city. And that's really nothing compared to how wild things are about to get. I don't have enough space in this short to tell you the whole story, but trust me, it gets way darker and way weirder. Part 2 is already ready. Subscribe, stay tuned for that. It'll be right up. Like, comment. See you in the next one.